Hallo Leute, welcome back to my channel Deutschflicks, where learning German is easier than building IKEA furniture.
Guys, this is actually really simple.
Hold on, honey, men at work.
So today we are learning something every German learner struggles with, accusative prepositions. But we'll go step by step, so grab a notebook and let's break it all down the Deutschflicks way. Okay, so before we dive into accusative stuff, let's understand the basics. What is a preposition? So a preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun, or it could be pronoun, and another part of the sentence. So in English, you already know lot of prepositions like in, without, under, through, etc. So they help answer questions like where to, when, how. And in German, prepositions are a big deal because we categorize them based on the cases. We have accusative prepositions, we have dative prepositions, we have something called Wechsel prepositions and genitive prepositions. But for now, we'll concentrate on accusative prepositions. Sind Sie bereit? Are you ready? Los geht's. Okay. So to remember all the accusative prepositions, we use a handy mnemonic. It's called DOGFUBE. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and define these. D is for durch. O means ohne. G is for gegen. F für. U B bis, and finally E is for entlang. As you can see, I have marked it with star, reason being this preposition is bit special, and that we'll discuss at the end. Okay, so we have defined DOGFUBE. Now what we're going to do is we'll discuss their meaning and in what context we can use this preposition, and we'll try to understand them with the help of examples. Okay, so our first preposition is durch. Durch means through or via. So it is used for movement through space or metaphorically for via. So we give a cause or a reason with the help of durch. Let's take a look at examples. So you have to fill in the blank. Wir gehen durch Lücke blank Park. And the original article of park is der. It is masculine. Think what will come in the blank. You have 5 seconds. So this topic is called accusative preposition, right? So after the preposition, you have to give accusative treatment. So you should know how article changes in accusative case. And we know this from previous episode that only masculine gender change in accusative case. Der changes to den and das TD remains das TD. So we'll write den in the blank. Wir gehen durch den Park. We are going through the park. One more example. Der Baum fällt. Fallen means to fall. So the tree falls durch den Wind. So it means something like the tree falls because of the wind or through the wind. Next up we have ohne, which means without. For example, ohne dich bin ich nichts. So here this dish is the personal pronoun in accusative case. Without you, ohne dich bin ich nichts. I am nothing. One easy example could be ich trinke Kaffee ohne Milch. Ich trinke Kaffee ohne Milch. I drink coffee without milk. So ohne is very easy to memorize. It simply means without. Next up we have gegen. Two meanings which you have to remember. First meaning is against. Second meaning is around. And I'll tell you which around is this. For now, let's look at this example wherein the meaning will be against. So let's say Germany is playing against Russia. So the translation will be Deutschland spielt gegen Russland. Also, suppose you're given a topic. So some people will speak in favor of that topic and some will speak against of that topic. Now in that situation also you have to use gegen. Zum Beispiel, for example, ich bin gegen Autofahren ohne Führerschein. So it means I am against driving car without driving license. Okay, in case you're wondering where is the here, I cannot see den, das, die. So sometimes you do not need the article. Without article it makes sense. For example, I will not say I drink coffee without the milk. There's nothing specific about that milk. Also here, Russia doesn't have any definite article. And here I will not say driving car without the driving license. Nothing specific here. So we do not need the article. I'll give you more examples. Do you say I have the money or you simply say I have money? You say I have money, right? Okay. Now we'll discuss which around is this. So we use this gegen in context of time. For example, mein Kind steht gegen 7 Uhr auf. So I'm using separable verb, trennbares Verb here. Aufstehen, which means to get up. So I'm saying my child gets up around 7 o'clock. So I'm not giving the exact point of time. So always remember, for approximation we have to use gegen. So prepositions are one of the hardest group of words to learn in a new language. Why? Because there are rarely one-to-one translation of prepositions. So you have to learn all the German prepositions and how they're used in German, which doesn't necessarily line up in a neat and tidy way with how we use prepositions in English. Also, you should know what is prepositional object. For example, this gegen 7 Uhr or ohne Führerschein or durch den Wind, Kaffee ohne Milch, ohne dich, these are prepositional object, which is nothing but whatever comes after preposition is the prepositional object. Okay, time to discuss our fourth preposition, which is für. Easy peasy. It means for. And like I said, if you're given a topic, either you speak in favor of that or against that. Now, if you're speaking in favor of that topic, then you have to use für. So I'll also write in favor of. For example, Ich kaufe das Kleid für, then we have Luke blank Vater. Original article of Vater is der, and you have to fill my in the blank. I'm giving you 5 seconds, think about it. Okay, so in one of the episodes we discussed possessive nouns in accusative case. So you should know what is my called in German. So two possible words, we have mine for masculine and neutral, and we have meine for feminine and plural. So for now we'll go with mine because Vater is masculine. So I'll fill here mine. But the problem is mine is in nominative case, and we are discussing accusative preposition. Fear is accusative preposition. After that we have to give accusative treatment. How does der change in accusative case? It changes to den. Hence mine will be changed to meinen. So if you are following my A1 series, you need to make sure that you are really well versed with the topics that we have already discussed, because everything is interlinked. You cannot move forward if you don't know the basics. One more example for in favor of. Der Student ist für den Umweltschutz. Now what is Umweltschutz? Umwelt means environment and Schutz is protection. So the student is in favor of environment protection. So if someone asks you what is the prepositional object in this sentence, you have to look for the preposition, scan the entire sentence, look for the preposition which is für. After that, what is it written? Den Umweltschutz. So this für den Umweltschutz is the prepositional object. Now our next preposition is has two meanings. It means at. It also means around. Is it the same around that we discussed here? The answer is no. And we'll take a look at examples. So means at, and you should know which at is this in the context of time. And this around is in context of space. For example, der Film beginnt 19 Uhr. You can see I'm using which means at here in context of time. I'm being specific about the time. Now this is not an approximation. This is the exact point of time. Now how we can use this in context of space? Wir sitzen den Tisch. It means we sit around the table. So we are surrounding the table here. So noch einmal, one more time. Gegen we use in context of time, and here we are not being specific. We do not give exact point of time. In case of we use it for exact point of time. And this around we use in context of space. For example, you are surrounding something. Our next preposition is bis. Which means until or up to. So you say no, bis morgen, bis bald, bis später. So there the meaning is until only. So this preposition indicates destination. So we use it when we want to talk about when something ends. For example, die Studentin macht die Hausaufgabe bis Freitag. So it depicts the destination. So the student will do the homework by Friday or till Friday, until Friday. Or Ich fahre bis Berlin. Now this is the final destination, that I'm driving till Berlin. Now I'll tell you another variation of bis. So what Germans do is they also combine this preposition with another preposition which is called zu. Now it means until or up to only, but we use this when we know, okay, I have to use the article. For example, here there's no need of article. It will be a bit weird to say till the Friday or till the Berlin. We never say it like that, no? Let me give you one example of bis zu. Okay, mein Sohn geht bis zu, then we have Lücke blank Schule, which means my son goes till or up to, I have to fill here the school. Now, as you can see in this sentence, we definitely need an article, and the original article of Schule is die Schule. We know D remains T in accusative case, but can't you see zu written after bis? Now who will decide the case? Will bis decide the case or zu decide the case? Answer is zu. And interesting thing about zu is it's not accusative preposition, it is dative preposition. That means the original article D will be changed to der. So it will be mein Sohn geht bis zu der Schule. My son goes up to the school. He's not entering the school, he's going till the school or up to the school. So like I explained previously, sometimes you need an article, sometimes you do not need an article. In case of this example, ich fahre bis Berlin, I am driving till Berlin. You don't say I am driving till the Berlin. Or you do not say I am submitting the homework till the Friday. You simply say till Friday. So this is the rule of thumb, that you use bis zu whenever there is a place and you want to specify the article as well. Or if this is the gate, you are standing here and you're walking towards the gate, like this is the final destination. You're not entering, you're going till the gate. Then we have to use this preposition, bis combined with zu. So for that situation, I'll say ich gehe bis zu. Now Tür means door, it is again D, which is feminine. Now bis will not decide the case, zu will decide the case. Zu is dative preposition, hence our D will be changed to der. So it becomes ich gehe bis zu der Tür. Don't worry, we'll definitely discuss dative preposition in some other episode. Now we are left with one preposition which is entlang. Entlang means along. I've marked entlang with star. Reason being, this is a special preposition. What makes it special? Let's take a look at example. So if I want to say he is driving along the street, so translation will be fährt. Along the street will be, along is called entlang in German, and the street will be die Straße. Topic is accusative preposition, so D remains T, but this is wrong. What is the mistake here? You have to remember that this preposition entlang comes after the prepositional object. So correct way of saying that would be er fährt die Straße entlang. I'll give you one more example. Let's take we go for a walk along the river. To go for a walk, the verb is called spazieren gehen, which is just like separable verb. You conjugate the second part and first part goes to the end of the sentence. Wir gehen spazieren means we go for a walk. Now we are left with along the river. Literally, I'll say along is called entlang. The river is called der Fluss, and this is accusative preposition, so it will be changed to den Fluss. Right? But what makes entlang so special? You have to use it after the object. So this entlang will come after den Fluss. So the sentence will be wir gehen den Fluss entlang spazieren. Now at least English speakers, they will find it super weird, or they might even forget to bring entlang after the object. So now the question is, can't we use entlang before the object, just like other prepositions? And the answer is yes. But if you want to use entlang before the object, you cannot give accusative treatment. You either have to give dative treatment or you have to give genitive treatment. So you can write, if entlang is after the object, then this object will be in accusative case. And this is something you do not want. You want that object comes after entlang, but this object will either take dative case or it will take genitive case. Now at A1 level, we do not discuss genitive case, but we will definitely discuss dative case. For now, I'll just display the table how article change in dative case. So what we can do in the examples is that we say entlang der Straße, because D changes to der in dative. In the second example, entlang dem Fluss. Der changes to dem in dative case. And we'll circle back when we discuss genitive case. But guys, if you ask me what is more common, I'll say this. Putting entlang after the object, this is more common in everyday life. And this is the beauty of German language. Now what I want from you is to go through each and every preposition, their uses and examples, and you have to solve this practice exercise. Übersetzen Sie die Sätze. So you have to translate these sentences. Pause the video and I'll show my answer in 5 seconds. Also, you do not have to use Google Translator. For individual word, you can use dictionary. Alright, first up we have I'm walking through the forest. First of all, when I say ich trinke, it means I drink, I am drinking, I will drink. So if I'm seeing this am or maybe will, I do not have to translate this. Okay. So I am walking will be ich laufe. Now for through, we have the word durch, and the forest is der Wald. Der changes to den in accusative case. Ich laufe durch den Wald. Then we have she stands around the table. Sie steht. For around, in context of space, we have to use The table, der Tisch will be changed to den Tisch. Then we have we will wait until Monday. So until the Monday, I'm not saying, I'm saying until Monday. That means we'll use bis. There's no need of translating will. We'll say wir warten bis Montag. Then we have the gift is for my brother. The gift is called das Geschenk. German is a bit funny language because this word also exists in German and it means poison. So you should know that the gift or the present that you give on someone's birthday or maybe marriage, then it is called Geschenk. And gift in German means poison. Okay, das Geschenk ist für my brother. Literal translation will be mein Bruder. So der changes to den in accusative case. Mine will also be changed. It will be changed to meinen Bruder. I'll write the next three on the next page. They are running along the street. Sie. For running, we will use the verb rennen. Along the street. Entlang die Straße. But if I want to give accusative treatment, I need to make sure that this entlang comes after the object. So the answer will be Sie rennen die Straße entlang. Then we have he can't live without his phone. Nobody can. Können we have to use. It will be conjugated like this. Kann. Now this is the modal verb, right? We have to throw the main verb at the end. So live or leben in German will come at the end. Kann leben means he can live. But he cannot. That means nicht leben, not live. Now what is left? Without his phone. Ohne. His phone will be sein Handy. Again, if you don't know how to use modal verbs properly, you can watch episode on this as well. Kann ohne sein Handy nicht leben. We play against them. Wir spielen against, it is called gegen. Them will be sie. Wir spielen gegen sie. And this sie is my person noun, but in accusative case. Und das ist alles für heute. That's it for today. Still got doubts? You can let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. So if you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe and share it with someone who's still confused by German cases. And remember, when in doubt, just DOGFUBE it. See you in the next video. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Cheers!
Like and subscribe.